I was trying to find a sugar daddy this morning and that got me thinking, pulsing to the sun in update 4.06. Is it possible? And what new and amazing discoveries can we possibly find on our adventure here today? Well, that's what this video is all about, and believe you me, if you're seeing this video right now, we have found something awesome. So let's get into today's video. The ship that is going to take us on our journey today is this modified God tier ship. Now, as you can see, it has all of the bells and whistles. It has living ship components as well as normal ship components, which gives us an amazing speed boost essentially. Now we're also going to be using free fuel usage, so we can just infinitely refuel on the go. And the results are, as you can see, I can get to any planet within seconds. So this is really going to speed up our time today when we are trying to get to the sun. So I can get to the furthest away planets in any solar system within a matter of seconds. So I'm going to point towards the sun and we are going to begin this awesome adventure. What will we find? Now, I have attempted this a few times before on different game updates, and I've learnt a few things along the way, which we're going to be using in this run. First of all, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go into cockpit view. That way then, when we get further out into space, there isn't going to be any weird outside glitching, which essentially can completely stall the game, freeze and boot you out of it, which is not what we want. So it needs to be a cockpit view for this. The second one we're going to do as well is, in order to know our position, as you can see the bottom left hand side, we have this number here going up. I've already pre-marked a planet just back there. Now, the further away that we get from that planet, the more that number jumps up. Now, on the right hand side here, you'll see how many U's per second I am going. Just shy of 100,000 U's a second. That's how fast we are moving away from that planet. So that's how I know how much of a distance I have gone. However, during this exercise, what I'll also do is I'll also be attempting to spawn in the anomaly and then use that for navigation, because I'll be able to stop the ship while still in this view of the cockpit and hopefully look behind me, and that will also give us how far we've gone in weeks. I hope that makes sense. If it doesn't, don't worry about it. I'll show you what I mean as we progress. But right now, as you can see, everything is normal and we are pulsing towards that sun. Alright, update, captain's log. We are about near enough the 5.5 to 600,000 KS mark. We're absolutely hauling it through space, and things are already starting to get a little on the buggy side. So this is why we're going to first person view in the cockpit, because as you can see, the cockpit is phasing in and out of existence, where this is what can cause a crash. However, it would be miles worse if we was in third person where we can view the whole ship, because the game has to work that extra bit harder in order to keep this thing rendered in. So as you can see, things are already starting to happen. But overall, we're doing really well. The sun has come up again on the first pass, so we're going to see many more passes. But you can see just how slow that sun is rising, and it goes behind us and then back around. So that just seems to be the way the universe just kind of works in No Man's Sky. But you can see how slow it goes, but we're going to be seeing many more passes today. Alright, update number 2. Things are stable, kind of. So the whole cockpit is phasing in and out of existence, sometimes for a split second, sometimes as up to 2 or 3 seconds. However, we have just passed that million KS boundary. So I was expecting this going off some of the previous attempts. Now, my record so far has been around the 5 million KS mark. And as you can see, we're still at complete nominal speed at just about 100,000 U's a second. We are absolutely tearing it up, and I'm really looking forward to see what secrets of the universe that we can uncover today. Okay, 1.2 million, 1.2 million, pushing it to 1.3 million, and as you can see, everything is becoming highly unstable. Everything is flickering, and honestly, it's all going to get worse from here. As you can see now, it's almost gone. My cockpit is almost gone. So do avert your eyes if you are photosensitive and you can have fits in that. I don't want you to have a fit on the floor while you're watching this. So just avert your eyes while this flickering does happen. Eventually what should happen is the whole cockpit should disappear, and then I will be alone in the vacuum of space as we travel through to our distance. However, all because we can't see the cockpit doesn't mean we're not still traveling forward. We will still be traveling forward at the exact same up to 100,000 U's per second, and we'll still be gaining some amazing traction. This is where I said at the beginning of the video, we will then have to start using other means in order to see how far we are going by using the anomaly and so on. But again, I'll explain more on that when I need to take a pit stop. So the footage that you're seeing right now is an entire 6 hours worth of traveling in a direct straight line without stopping, pulsing all the way through space. I have compressed 6 hours worth of footage to see what you are seeing right now, and let me tell you, it was the longest 6 hours of my freaking life. Now just put that footage there that you just seen into a bit more context. Remember how slowly everything is rotating. I mean, look at that. You're looking directly into the abyss, and it doesn't look like anything is moving at all. Like, none of the stars seem to be moving upwards. But like I said, if you replay it back like that, you can really see just how the game really works. But I think it's time that we need to think about making a small pit stop, putting down an anomaly, and seeing just how far we have come. So far, my top score on how far distance wise I have gone is around about 500 weeks away from the planet which I originally left. Now, when I stop this thing, I think because of how long we have been traveling without anything crashing for once, which is excellent, I think we're going to be a lot further away than that. Alright, I don't know what's going to happen as I stop the pulse here, but oh, as you can see, I'm getting some sort of a dashboard back. Things are still pulsing in and out quite badly, but let's see if I can get an anomaly in here. So we're going to put the anomaly just on the left shoulder of myself. So okay, so I've called in the anomaly. Now I'm going to use the anomaly as a point of reference, because all I need to do is line my ship back up next to where the anomaly is and travel back in that direction, and I'll always be able to then go in a straight line, which is why I use the anomaly. Now, if we look back at that planet, and to get the true number, I need to come to a dead stop. So I'm going to do that now, and yeah, there we go. We are officially at 10,887 weeks. But, oh my god. Guys, have you ever seen colors like this for the fog that comes out in space? You can see the greens, the reds. Wow. That's actually pretty cool. I don't think I've ever seen anything quite so vibrant this far out in space, but let me know if you've seen this anywhere closer. But as you can see, progress is made, and as soon as I look away from like the planet and looking back at myself, the whole dashboard just goes, and it's absolutely nigh and impossible. But what we're going to do is, as a bit more of an experiment, we're going to carry on out into space. We're going to pulse, and as you can see there, the second I pulse, the cockpit just goes. It'll flicker in and out, and then, yeah, it will just start to go over time again. Oh, it's lonely in space. It really back on myself. Alright, so I've been pulsing just a little bit more. Now, I'm going to try and freeze frame when my ship comes back to existence. Oh no, I don't even need to. So there you go. You can see how far I've come. I've come minus 2,147,483,000 KS, not U, sorry, away. I have completely maxed out the gauge, because in this game, it's just like, for example, the reason why you can only get the same amount of quicksilver, nanites, you name it. It always goes up to that limit because the game can't register anything more than that. But even though we are moving further away. So you can see just how far in space I am at. I'm over 2 billion freaking KS. away from the nearest planet. If I was to then make this travel all the way back, put it one way, at this speed, I would still be traveling for a further 6 hours to get back to my original destination. Let that sink into how far out I am currently, and we are still moving ahead. It is freaking insane just how far we are coming right now. But what we're also going to do is, whilst we are out here, we're going to be conducting some more experiments. I want to see if it's possible to land in the anomaly when we're this far out. And just whilst I'm kind of gearing up in my head on how I'm going to try and attempt an anomaly landing, I just want to point out that the sun is still circling around us, and it still doesn't seem to be getting any closer. Now, I still think what's going to happen is one of three things. The sun is a skybox, which means that it's just auto-generating as we go forward, and we'll never truly reach the destination. It's like a rainbow. You'll never truly get to a rainbow, no matter how hard you physically try and get to a rainbow in real life. So I reckon that could be possibly it. Or number two, we're going to keep doing this experiment until either the game crashes or hit an invisible wall. Aware the game that's saying, look, you can't go any further. A bit like the way I imagine it, if it is some kind of invisible wall, I kind of imagine it like when you are taking a picture in the photo settings and you have that blue sphere when you get to a certain point. Maybe there is a massive invisible boundary that you'll hit. However, at this speed, I may just very well disintegrate on impact. However, we're going until one of those three things happen. We get to the sun, we completely bug out to the point where the game's not even playable anymore, or we hit an invisible wall and we smash into a billion small pieces. Only time will tell, but let's continue forward and let's try and attempt an anomaly invisible bound. Okay, here we go. We're going to stop pulsing around about now, and we are going to attempt to call in the anomaly. Now, I don't know this far out, if we call in the anomaly, what is going to happen. The game could instantly crash on me. So it's a big risk. However, one thing I've noticed is as soon as you call in the anomaly, the game automatically makes a save point using the new in-game features with the autosave, which is excellent because it means now we can look behind us, get a reading, and then we'll be able to go ahead and essentially just experiment at this stage, and hopefully I'll be able to reload my game and come back into it if anything was to bug out. Oh, I thought that was my ship exploding then, but I just hit an asteroid that I couldn't see. Go figure. So here we go. We're going to try and land in the anomaly. Now, the autopilot is really bad here. Oh, no, I'm spinning out. Okay, mistakes were made. I regret my decision. What is going on? Okay, I can't pilot it. I have no control anymore. And yeah, I'm going back out of the space station. Now, I have a little bit of control back. I can wiggle a little bit. I can move left, right, up, down. But again, it's all within the margin of error. If I try and call back in the anomaly. Okay, so it's doing that process of when you kind of like go through the front door and it's pulling you towards it. This isn't me moving towards it. This is the anomaly pulling me towards it. Now, I'm trying to do my best. I've still got some wiggle room, so you can see I'm really trying to wiggle myself back straight into the door, because if I can land, that would be a massive feat in itself. Yeah, I have no control anymore, and it's just kind of taken me. Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, no. 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 Wow. Okay. Darkness. Okay. Green lights. Cool. Yeah, I'm just kind of like ballerina in space here. Oh, I actually see somebody. Splick started a mission in the Nexus. So there you go. Oh no. Okay, so I'm going to try and call it in again and see if I can get this lined up. Because if I can get this lined up, land in the Nexus, I might be able to buy some more. My idea was to kind of land and try and buy some more boosters to like chuck on my ship, some upgrades to try and make the maneuverability a little bit quicker. So that was the general idea, to try and push the boundaries even further and to get that little bit of extra edge. Yeah, so every single time I'm trying to line it up as best as I possibly can, and it's really not working. It looks like I've got it pretty good this time. I might be off kilted here just a little bit, But fingers crossed. Okay, I've lost full control now. It's just taking me in, and it keeps on trying to like bulge me out to either side because I don't think it's meant to be rendered in. Because you're this far out in space, all bets are off. Even the doors, wow. So even the doors there aren't even opening up in the anomaly. They're just like one or two of them were working, and then the rest just wasn't. What is even going on? But luckily, as you can see, I've got my autosave. My autosave right here is I can go ahead and reload, and I should just reappear back into space. I really didn't want to have to do that just in case something was to go wrong and I can't get back to this position. Right now, it is all in the balance, this expedition. Oh. Wow. Look at that. Guys, have you ever seen a cloud just randomly appear in the anomaly like that? Look at that. Holy smokes. Yeah, where's my ship? Can I even see my ship? I don't even know where my ship is. Guys, has anybody ever seen that before? I have never seen a thundercloud in space surround the anomaly like that. And it's only the anomaly that it's happening to. It's not happening anywhere else. Look at that. Wow. That's new. Guys, let me know if you've ever seen that in the comment section down below, because that is crazy. Wow. So we will need to reload our autosave, because even this far out, I have absolutely no control. And if we're going to our mission, it does look like I've actually jumped though, because the planet that originally came off was on the left-hand side there, this Drin Tash place, and then I've moved all the way over to there, but I don't see any planets, so that's kind of weird. But nonetheless, we're going to have to reload our autosave, so I'll be back once I've done that, and pray to God that we can continue on our travels. Okay, so here we go. Moment of truth. I actually left it another like 5 minutes because I was trying to do absolutely everything I thought I could to try and regain control back of my ship. However, fingers crossed, I should be alright. So if we go ahead and try and line up wherever this anomaly is already at. So that's the one that I placed down before the reload. So it's actually put me a little bit further away. I'm still all the way out here. Fantastic. And it looks like everything is back to normal somewhat with... Oh yeah, so I'm still minus 2,147,000,000 yada yada yada. But, oh no, okay, so I've lost the ship. So as soon as I look back on myself to go back in the direction which I was traveling, I lose the whole kind of cockpit of my ship. Which is good in a way, because it means if I lose my cockpit, I'm back on the right track to where I was, essentially. I know that makes no sense, but hopefully it does. So it means I'll be able to pulse away, and I'll lose my cockpit again. Go me, but I know I'm going in the right. As soon as I look... Okay, so after pulsing altogether now of pretty much 8 hours today, I'm going to call in the anomaly here, and I'm going to have a look back and see my progress all in. So you can see I'm at 12,000 weeks away, 12,044, which is an amazing feat. So we're going to go into camera mode here, because look at that. Oh, wait a minute, where'd those asteroids go? Has anyone seen uniform asteroids like that? So if I go back over to my ship here, so I can still kind of see my ship, which is good. So if I go back over to my ship and I have a quick look and see where those asteroids... Oh yeah, so look at those asteroids. They're all like perpendicular and they're all like uniform. Has anyone ever seen that before? That is insane. Look at that. Look at the asteroids down there. I've never seen asteroids like that before. Wow. That is so cool. All the asteroids are all like lined up. I can move the sun to my leisure still, so that's still working. Wow. Has anyone ever seen that before? Let me know again in the comment section down below what you think about this. Holy smokes. Guys, we are making some amazing discoveries, but we are still going to be continuing this journey, because I'm going to do this all the way up until something happens. The game crashes, we actually hit the sun, or there's some kind of invisible barrier, we can't do it anymore. But as long as the game will let me, we will keep on traveling into the abyss and finding out more secrets in which this game has to hold. But there we go, guys. I mean, at the end of the day, fantastic new discoveries, and we will be continuing this journey in a video very soon. So yeah, this has been Pulse into the Sun in the update of 4.06. Amazing new discoveries have been made, and we are still going to be continuing this journey. Anyway, guys, that is everything from me here today, and as always, my name is Professor Cynical, and I'll catch you all again in the next one. Bye for now.